Hey y'all, how are ya? I'm going to tell you something about homesteading that's going to hold true for each and every one of you. And it's actually something that is happening to me right now that I told you not to do, but then I let it happen to me. Let me tell you what that is. And that is getting overwhelmed on your homestead. I have so many projects going on right now, as I'm sure a lot of you do, but I have so many projects, they're kind of getting out of hand. So my goal is to make great content for you and obviously show you all the things that we're doing on a daily basis. But all of those things caught up with me and they are in states of being half done, including the shower, the greenhouse, putting together some other projects for you, like the chicken tractor over here. So I'm waiting for parts, or waiting to find parts for that. Hopefully I'll get that video out to you next week. But I actually wasn't going to do a video this week because this one is just going to be me talking to you about stuff going on here on the homestead and try to hold the reins of this crazy bucking bronco called homesteading and keep a smile on my face. And honestly, that's an important thing to do, is if you get overwhelmed on your homestead, keep calm and carry on. So I don't ever like to make complaining videos, and if you guys think I'm complaining, hey, let me know, but I'm not, all right? I am telling you the reality of how things go out here. So here's what's going on with the chicken tractor. Here is one of the Harbor Freight special wheels here. You can find these for like $3.99 on sale. A pneumatic tire and nice little wheel. It's cool. It's got a nice ball bearing in the center here. But I'm having trouble finding a bushing to go in there because I need this skinny bolt to go through the pipe on that. And the pipe is very thin. So I need a skinny bolt to go through there so it'll have some structural integrity. And I need a bushing because this flops around here. So I'm still trying to find that for you, and then I'll show you how to make that thing. And check it out behind me. I might do a video on this. This is a brand new one. If you've watched my channel for any period of time, you know, just a month and a half ago, something like that, I got one of these, and now this is a new one. And the company, not the manufacturer, the company had to send me a new one because the old one was faulty, and the manufacturer would not answer my calls or their calls. So I might do a whole video on that by itself, but this company, the manufacturer, is not standing behind their product, but the seller did. So that's cool, but it took a while to get them to do that. But I'm thankful for them that they did do that, and I need to send them back the old one. But that's another story for another day. So I always like to show the reality of what's going on the homestead. And homesteading is not always cool projects and harvesting beautiful fruit and veg in the garden, right? It is a lot of other things that often are not shown on other channels, like cutting the grass. Now you say, well, you probably don't need to cut the grass. Well, yeah, I do, because it keeps snakes and ticks away from the areas where my kids are and my animals are. So I love to cut the grass. I don't cut much of it, but I cut enough to have a nice barrier or defensive barrier from snakes and bugs. So that's important. And then out here we have a ton of Virginia creeper that just, look at this. This is crazy. If you can see this, and I still haven't gotten to this, way up there, that is Virginia creeper that has creeped into the walls of my barn and has gone all the way to the roof. Insane. That's something I need to take care of. Of course, weed whipping, and weed whipping around the garden and taking care of actually all the Virginia creeper that's creeping in the garden and the rhizomus grass that's coming in over the edge is really important. It takes a while. It's another labor-intensive, time-intensive thing that you have to factor in doing all the stuff on your homestead. And check this out. We got our Larson easy hang doors for the greenhouse. And yes, I will show how to do the latch on these. I did an old video that's actually doing quite well on how to hang a Larson easy hang storm door. And I forgot, or didn't do, or the video was corrupted, I can't remember, the latch in it. Everybody makes a comment, oh, what about the latch? Well, I'll show you how to do the latch on this one. Let's check out where we are with the greenhouse. How you doing, girls? Doing good? So my mood just changed in the video. This is like real time for you guys. I was out here, I was just doing some B-roll on the chickens, and that just means I wanted to show you some cool footage of my chickens just chilling and walking around. Everybody loves that. And as I was holding the camera looking at the chickens, I noticed one has yellow like lesions or bumps on her head, and that is probably fowl pox. Another thing with these chickens. So here comes another video, how to treat fowl pox on your chickens, and it's highly contagious. So actually I'm kind of happy that I had the whole chicken pecking incident where I had to separate the barred rocks from the Rhode Island Reds, but now we've got a chicken with potentially fowl pox. So stuff like this comes up. I always want to be real with you guys, and this is real-time stuff happening. I just saw that. That is, it's crazy. So I have to take care of that. Stuff always comes up. I know I just said that, but you have to be ready for it. You have to constantly be paying attention to everything on your homestead. All your animals, every single one of them. Dogs, cats, sheep, goats, cows, horses, chickens, pigs, rabbits, whatever it is, you have to pay attention to every single one of them. So when you get something like that, which is usually transmitted by mosquitoes, I think fowl pox is, or other insects, mostly mosquitoes, then you can jump on it right away. But you have to be out here and doing stuff every single solitary day, and you know that's part of what this lifestyle is. There is never a dull moment. I would never get this much excitement or emotional twist like the one I just had in a regular job, right? Well, depending on what it is, I suppose. But it's something we got to do, and now I've got to switch gears and take care of that as soon as possible. So here we go, here's the greenhouse, and it's pretty much still in the same state as it was at the end of my last greenhouse video. And that's partially because it's been raining so much, and I heard thunder in the distance just a few minutes ago. So I'm scrambling around, and that's part of the reason I wasn't going to make a video this week, is because it's been raining every single day. This is like a few hours of sun that I haven't seen in days, and then I'm not supposed to see for the rest of the week. So you got to get things done when you can get things done. And it doesn't look like we're going to get anything done on the greenhouse today because I had to cut that grass, and I've got to look at down here next to the garden. We've got stuff growing in to the garden, so I have to get the weed whacker or weed trimmer, whatever you want to call it. So we had the propane guys here yesterday, and I think I talked to you before about splitting our system because for us, we just can't afford a massive solar system that would power everything in our house, which is electric. And so balancing things between propane and solar is, for us, the best way to go. So the thing with propane is you have to keep it a certain distance from the house, which is 25 feet. But I've compacted everything in around this house, and there isn't much room left actually to put the thing. I've got obviously our whole orchard here, and the solar needs to be in a very specific spot. And propane is $4.50, at least in my area of Texas, $4.50 a lineal foot to put in the line from the tank to the house, and I just don't have either the time or the knowledge on how to do that. So I'm gonna have that done. I'm gonna plumb the house myself for the gas, but I don't want to rent a trencher, put a line down, all that kind of stuff. So I think we found the best place, and that is near our grapes here. I wanted to put it closer up at the house, kind of like by that big old tree over there, but they have a huge 100-horse tractor. I'm getting a 1,000-gallon tank that weighs 2,000 pounds, plus the 100-horse tractor, which weighs countless number of pounds, countless numbers of thousands of pounds, and I just can't have it run over my septic lines anywhere because that would be completely disastrous. So we got that coming next week, and I'm piecing together the solar system. I'm gonna have to find somebody to install it because I don't have the confidence actually in my electrical knowledge to be able to put it together. We're gonna put it right here. This is the sunniest part on the entire property. So we're gonna buy the pieces and find somebody to put it together. I got a friend who's an electrician. He said he'd have to kind of read up on doing solar, but if he does, he's getting hired to connect everything. But the garden's looking good. We need to harvest some things like the strawberries, some more peas, and the garlic, but everything else is rocking and rolling and looking pretty good. But you cannot take a break on these things. You can't take a break on it because, ooh, well, the eggplant and peppers don't look good. Eeh, I don't know what's up with those. I think it was just been too cold. My okra never germinated, so I think I'm gonna have to start over on those. Ooh, we've got a dark cloud. You can see the light changing on the camera. We got some dark clouds coming. I've heard thunder. It's time to get this weed whipper going and take care of that, especially around the garden. Oh yeah, one more thing. Check it out. This is the spot. This is usually where I cut all my firewood right here, and you can see that I've got a whole pile that never ever got split from the splitter that I borrowed from friends at church. And yes, I need to get that back to you, Kurt, if you need it right now. If not, I'd love to keep splitting stuff. But this is the first spot where I'm gonna collect rainwater from this roof right here. So we've got the roof up there and it runs down here, so it's a decent amount of space. We've got, I'm gonna build a concrete pad right here and get a decent sized tank in here. Not huge to begin with, probably 550 gallons. And I got about 10 feet of fall to the house, so I'm gonna need a pump because I believe for every 10 feet of fall, you only get a half a PSI. I think that's what the gentleman was telling me and what I researched when I called about the tank. So half a PSI down to the house, that's not gonna do anything. So we're gonna need a pump to be able to take care of that. All right, guys, that's what's going on in my world. Actually, there's more, like homeschooling the kids and taking care of everything in the house and trying to get my shower still completed. And I'm not showing you those videos because they don't seem to be popular with y'all. You don't want to see them. So that's another reality of homesteading, is you've got home improvement stuff that you need to learn how to do and to do. It's not all gardening and taking care of animals. It is actually self-sufficiency on building and fixing and all of that kind of stuff. So I always want to be real with you guys, like I said, and that's the reality. You got to know all these things. All right, have a great day. We'll see you next time. I'm going to take care of that chicken. Take care. Bye.